Chanukah Sameach, everybody. B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to continue in our learning from the gates of the Baal Shem Tov here in Shari Chutzvat. B'ezrat Hashem, we are starting a new chapter, the 17th chapter out of 18. And this chapter is called En Davar Ba'olam She'en Bo Avodat Hashem. There's nothing in the world that you cannot use to connect to Hashem by way of that thing. It's a big principle in the Baal Shem Tov's teachings, that every single thing you experience in your life, everything that you're going through, any action, any place that you go, any period of your life, anything at all can be included inside your service and your connection to God. And a person shouldn't think that holy things are only when I'm learning Torah, praying in a synagogue with a rabbi, because the truth is that there's no such thing as an action, a place, or a period in your life that is free of godliness and the sparks of creation, holy sparks that came down to create the whole entire world. And Hashem wants a person to serve Him in every single fashion possible, in every way possible. Anything that Hashem prepares and invites us to go across in our life, that's a way that Hashem wants you to serve Him, to connect to Him from there. And a person needs to trust on Hashem and to think, how can I use this situation to serve Hashem? How can I do it in the most fitting way possible for this situation that I find myself in right now? And the job is always to find out and to seek out, specifically from this place, how can I connect my soul back up to Hashem? How can I connect to the Shekhinah, the presence of God in this situation, no matter where I find myself, whether I'm going through the best pleasures in the world or I'm lacking, whether it's good, revealed good, or it's still concealed from me and I don't understand it yet, whether it's spiritual things or physical things. This is the truth, that a person, no matter what they're experiencing, they can connect back to Hashem and be connected deeply to Hashem for all of your life. And then, when you do that, you're able to reveal the organus, the hidden light, in that place, in that action, in that period in life. That's the goal, to reveal the reality of the Creator, no matter what it is that I'm experiencing in this world. So that's an introduction. B'ezrat Hashem, let's get into some of the sources. The first is from the Sfat Emet, on the holiday of Shavuot. He says, B'Shem Baal Shem Tov lirot b'chol ma'aseh la'asot avdut haborei yitbarach b'techef v'lo l'shem hachana. The Baal Shem Tov taught us that our preparation is not just purely preparation. Everything is avodat Hashem. So that means even my preparations need to be done in a way that they are themselves a service of God. There's things that are purely preparation, we would think, like eating. Why does a person eat? In order to have the energy and the fuel needed to serve God. So we see that the eating is preparation for the rest of the day, or for all of the other things that a person needs to achieve in their day. But what about sanctifying the eating itself? And this is what the Sfat Emet is teaching us from the Baal Shem Tov. Mikol makom atzadik tzarich la'asot b'achila atzma avoda v'tikun ba'alat nitzotzot. Food is preparation for the rest of the day, but the righteous person needs to find how to elevate the sparks that are in the food itself. So it's not just preparation for holy things. The eating itself can be holy, and it's known that there's a great importance in elevating our eating. We did a whole entire course on this called You Are What You Eat. A whole entire course explaining what is the depth of eating, how do we engage with this world when it comes to the mundane things that we need to do in our life. So this is an important teaching, to know that yes, it might be a preparatory step, it might not be the goal, there's something else that needs to come after it, but that thing already can be sanctified. Shortly to say this, how do you sanctify your eating? There's two main ways you can do it. Up, down, or down, up. Up, down means before I even eat, I contemplate the fact that this food that I'm engaging with, the physicality that's in front of me, has holy sparks inside of it, and that's the pleasure and the vitamins and all the good that's inside of there. Before I eat, I think about that, I say my blessing, and then I eat my food, and I keep that mindset while I'm chewing it and eating and breaking it down. And the other way is down, up, that if I didn't manage to have the consciousness before I ate, at least after I eat, I will sit and translate all of the pleasure I just experienced into godly connection. Next source is from the Divrei Bina on Parashat Matot. It says, it's taught by the Baal Shem Tov, Zchuto Yagen Aleinu, and he says, Ashlech al Hashem yavcha, in Tehillim, in the 55th chapter, David HaMelech teaches us that we should throw all of our burdens, all of our troubles, throw it on Hashem. Hu b'inyanei ha'olam, kach hu b'inyanei avodat Hashem yitbarach. So where there David HaMelech is telling us you have money problems, you have different problems in your life, throw it on Hashem, Hashem will provide for you. It says the same thing in spirituality. It's not just the physical aspects of life. Hashem gives you something that you have to serve Him in. He wants you to serve Him in a certain way. כמו למשל אדם שהוא בדרך וצריך לעבוד, השם יתברך במחשבה לבד, כי אינו יכול אז ללמוד. Person's traveling, they don't have books with them, they don't have certain things with them. So how are they meant to serve right now? How are they meant to connect to Hashem? With their mind, that's all they have. That's how Hashem wants you to do it. צריך לעבוד אז בזה שיכול. Meaning, whatever tools you have in front of you, that's what you have to use to serve Hashem. So some people, they have libraries of books behind them and they're around them. They're able to go inside and to read and learn and get from knowledge to knowledge. Avraham Avinu, for example, didn't have a Torah, didn't have books. What did he have? He had nature. He had the wonders of this world to look at it and to realize from that there must be a God, and to connect to Hashem by meditating on a flower, on a tree, on the sunset, on the moon. And throughout the generations, we've always had different tools and different ways to serve Hashem. In our generation, we have abundant ways. We have books, we have prayers, we have places to show up to that you can serve Hashem. We have volunteering in holy places. There is so many different ways. Meditation, breath work, so many ways that are coming out right now, back to the forefront of ways that we can use to serve Hashem. And you have to take whatever tools and whatever situation you find yourself in and to make the most out of it. To make the most out of it. On this topic, Rabbi Natan of Breslev once said that he had 13 different tzedachim, 13 different ways that he would try to accomplish his Torah learning. What does that mean practically? Let's say on a regular day, Rabbi Natan of Breslev was able to go to the Beit Midrash and to learn as much as he wanted. So that kind of day would look 6, 7, 8 hours of Torah learning, pumped up, as many books as he could, as many topics as he wanted to cover. But what about when the family was traveling, when they had to go from one town to the other? So obviously you can't take all the books with you, and obviously you don't have the same mindset. So then he also had a schedule of what do I accomplish when I'm traveling. And then let's say you go to your in-laws' house for a weekend or for a week, for a vacation, whatever it is. So now you don't need to learn Torah, you got to learn Torah too. What is my schedule when I'm at my mother-in-law's house? What is my schedule when I'm working? What is my schedule when I'm traveling? What is my schedule when I have the ability to do whatever it is that I would want to do in my day? Why? Because no matter what, you're not exempt from connecting to God. You're not exempt from doing the things that you set out to accomplish and your everyday goals that you set for yourself. It's just, it would be improper to try to approach them in the same way. This is why it's so important to understand life is different and situations change, but our connection to God is one. And we always have to be able to connect in any situation we find ourselves in. So it would be proper to set up different, what's called espekim, quotas that you're meant to reach and accomplish no matter what the situation is. If you know you're going to be home, okay, so you can learn much more. If you know you're going to travel, don't give up on your learning. Don't say, I'm not going to learn. Do a little bit less. But keep it alive, keep the relationship there, keep it going, because that's the way to stay strong with Hashem, B'ezrat Hashem. We'll learn 2 more sources here for the day. The first one is from the Me'or Enaim. Uvikashtem misham et Hashem Elokecha umatzata. It says in Dvarim, Asher Rabbeinu tells us, from there you will seek out Hashem, you will ask for Hashem, your God, and you will find Him. Ma'amar Baal Shem Tov. The Baal Shem Tov says, Ubikashtem misham et Hashem Elokecha, misham daika, mibchinat sha'ata sham. Where should you seek out Hashem from? From there. From there specifically. From wherever you find yourself, that is the prime place to seek out and to call out to Hashem. And you'll find Him. No matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, it's from there that you should seek out to Hashem. The next source says the same thing again. In any place you find yourself in, any situation you find yourself in, from there you should seek out Hashem your God. B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to stop here for today. May you all be blessed. Chanukah Sameach. Only good things. If you made it this far, we are creating a beautiful community online to be able for us to learn together and to continue to grow, a place to ask questions and to have a community of people that are interested in these Baal Shem Tov style teachings and ways of connecting to Hashem. If you're interested in joining, SKOOL, school, but with a K instead of the CH, school.com/Baal www.shem.tv/go-unity. B'ezrat Hashem, we'd like to see you there, and hopefully we can continue to grow together. Hashem bless you all with Chanukah Sameach, amazing lights, Or Shivat HaYamim, the lights of the Baal Shem Tov, the lights of Hashem Yitbarach from before creation, and the lights that are coming down as Mashiach approaches, the lights that are going to bring us into full redemption, a way to see that there is nothing blocking us from connecting to Hashem. There is nothing separate from Hashem. Everything we go through in life is an opportunity to connect back to our source. B'ezrat Hashem. Chanukah Sameach.